Hello, my beautiful friend. Put the button down. YarnHagRyan. Okay, first of all, thank you so much for sending me an email. And I want to let you know right off the bat that I appreciate it more than you ever know. I did not think that I was going to get the response that I got. And so I'm like overwhelmed with joy that I have gotten so many people that emailed and said that they would like to help and try. So if you have something that comes up, if you don't have time, or if it just isn't working out, then do not feel obligated to make the shawl, because there are a lot of other people that are going to do it, and that does not mean that I don't want you to, because I do. But I want you to not, I don't want any pressure. I don't want there to be any pressure, because I know that things happen and best of intentions can be one way and it turns out another way. So please don't feel any pressure. I'm hoping that we will have a handful of people in the end, but I think there was like 70 or 80 people that said that they would help. So I'm gonna send the link to this video to anybody that sent me an email. So in saying that, this is not a public video. It is a, what do they call that? Unlisted. So that means that I am putting it as unlisted. So if you were to go to like YarnHagRyan YouTube, you wouldn't see the video. The only way you can get there is by me giving you this link. So please don't pass the link out, because this is us, right? This is us. It's real, it's raw, it's whatever. And I don't know. I'm just gonna give it out there, just pour my heart out. The kid is so looking behind this freaking door right here. It is so awkward. All right, so let me tell you how I came up with the hag shawl, what it is about, and who, what, where, when, why, right? Okay, so first of all, I am going to blame this on Reggie at J Hook Crochet. And the reason I am blaming it on her and Debbie the Canadian Crocheter is because they made us do the Shall We Fudge It, okay? Oh, by the way, if you have time, Reggie, J Hook Crochet, if you would go and run her playlist or watch a couple of her videos, because she's almost to her anniversary date and she just needs a few more hours. So go watch a video or two and it will really help her out. She would never in a million years ask you that. So just do it for me, please. We got to help support one another. Okay. Back to my story. Reggie and Debbie had us do this Shall We Fudge It, right? So that is when I did my crocheted like pocket looking shawl that's in the corners, you know, and then I made this, and this was knit. This is my very first knit, by the way. So in making this, I did the garter stitch for most of it. There's some stockinette in here, but the garter stitch, all right? So if you don't knit, we're crocheting. I'm just gonna talk it out. This is how my mind works. The garter stitch is plush. It's soft. It's squishy. You want to cuddle with it. You want to snuggle with it. You want to like wrap up and blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's what it feels like. So in making this, I'm fascinated by how this feels, because it just feels so good, and I just want something that feels like this all over. However, I do not want to knit, garter stitch, whatever, an entire huge project, because it takes forever. So my plan was to make a shawl that gave me the feel and the texture and the scrumptiousness of the garter stitch, only it was in crochet, okay? So that's where the big light bulb was. So the first one I did is this one, okay? And it's little, right? Because I was gonna do like one of these little Sharpie shawl things. And it works, and that's nice and everything, but it just wasn't all the kicks for me. But what it was the texture. When I squish this and I squish the garter stitch, it's given me all the bells and whistles that I was looking for. And I have actually asked a lot of people. I have Googled and I looked in my little stitch dictionary thing as best as I could. And the stitch combination that I am using, I don't think there's a name for it. So you are my witness if there's no real name for this. And if you know it, please tell me. But if there's not, I want it to be the hag stitch. So I'm claiming it. So anyways, this practicey whatever one, it gave me what I was looking for, but it just wasn't quite the right shape that I needed. So that led me to the big actual shawl. So let me show you. I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you like the stitch. And it is super duper beginner friendly. That's why I said you don't even have to like be super, hold my hook for a minute. You don't have to be, you know, intermediate crochet by any means. It's a 1 row repeat. It is that simple, but it just is wonderful. Okay, so pardon my ends here. It is done like from the little part up, right? So it's, I think they call that asymmetrical, like when it's done. And so you wear it like this, and it's done with a stripe yarn, and that makes it come out horizontal when you wear it. So it's super duper neat. And then the stitch pattern that we are using on this also, I don't know if you can tell this way, I might have to get up close the other way. It also is going to give you a texture that runs vertical. So when you look at it up close, I don't know, this thing is not doing it any justice. There's actually a I'm going to turn the light down when I show you the stitches. There's actually the way that the bumps go, there's a whole nother diagonal that's in here with the texture. So it's super lovely. So, so let me show you what I'm doing, because it's a oh yeah, here's my hook. It's a 1 row repeat. And I'm going to go right next to you on this camera, and don't mind my carpet because it's a little bit spotted here. And then I'm going to show you what I do. Okay, so let me turn the camera down, or this light down. I like to use light because it makes me look like I have less wrinkles. But it doesn't do well for this. Okay, and I'm going to edge down a little bit. So, where are we at here? Okay, there we are. That's where I need to be. Okay, so this is the very beginning of a row. And I guess I should show you the beginning of the shawl, right? Okay, let me start from the beginning. Here we go. This is the very beginning. And the way I did this shawl was I started with a chain of 3. And in my very first chain, I put 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And then on my next row, I chained 2. And in my very first stitch, I put 2 half double crochets. And the next stitch is 1 back loop only half double crochet, and the following stitch is it's the front 3rd loop half double crochet, and then that's the end of the row. You chain 2, and then in the very first stitch you put 2 half double crochets. In the very first after that, you do a back loop only half double crochet. In the next stitch, you do a front loop, the 3rd loop of the front loop, half double crochet, and then the back loop. So it's literally the same thing every single time. So let me show you, and then hopefully that will like help you get, like, you know what I mean? If you see it and I'm saying it, then maybe it will be easy here. Okay, let me get this one in here. I'm at the end of this row. Now this yarn that I'm doing on this one, this is a hobium yarn, and it is called Lullaby Baby, and it actually is, it splits a lot when you're using it. It's 4 pieces of yarn, and I don't know, it does come out beautiful though. Okay, so here we go. We're at the very beginning of a row. Any row, every single row is the same. You're going to do a chain of 2, and in the very first stitch, you're going to go through the front and the back. You're going through the whole entire stitch, and you're going to do a half double crochet and a half double crochet. So it gets 2 half double crochets. In the very next stitch, you're going to do a back loop only. So let's talk about these. This is your 3rd loop of the front. This is your front, and then this is your back. So you're going to do a back loop only, half double crochet, In your next stitch, you're going to go to that third loop. So see, it's down here, and we're just going to use our hook to grab it. And we're going to do that right there. And in the next stitch, we're going to the back loop, and it's right there. Our next stitch is that front third loop right there. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's super duper easy. You're going to do this the entire way across this shawl. That is literally all you are going to do, the entire thing. And you would think that it would get boring, but it doesn't, because while you're working on this, you have all the different things at play. You have the stripes at play. You have these half double crochet loops, and I don't know if you can see it better this way. Oh, I think you can. Do you see how they're actually making a diagonal this way, while the stripes are making a diagonal this way, and then you wear it the opposite way? So it gives you all kinds of fun playfulness with this. So I really do think that a striped yarn is probably the best to do this with. However, it's not necessary. Like, you don't have to do it with that. You could do it with the solid, and that would be like this. You just aren't gonna get all of the movement that you get on like something that has a stripe in it, because you can see on the one with the stripe, you have this movement, you have the texture, and then you have, when you see it in person, the camera doesn't do it a lot of justice, but you also have these that third loop half double crochet that is giving you, it pushes the stitch out, and so it's actually giving a diagonal texture that goes across this way as well. So I hate it that you can't see it. I think you kind of got to see it a little bit better when I was standing behind the camera and showing you, but it marks all the boxes for me. So I do hope that you can kind of see it here, right? Can you kind of see the diagonal that's running? That's that third loop that is pushed out, and it's giving you that that movement right there. And then, like I said, you have the stripes, and then when you actually wear it, it's going this way. So it's fun. It's a fun shawl. Okay, so I was hoping that maybe we could work on this in the next 2 weeks. Is that not enough time? Is 2 weeks not enough time? If we could do this in the next 2 weeks, like I said, I used 2 skeins of the Lullaby Baby Hobium yarn. I think the next one that I do, I might do it in a cotton. I think I have some Hobby Lobby cottons that I might try it in and see if you get the same texture gooiness from the cotton as you do from like an acrylic. Or I might do it with one of the, with another brand of yarn. Because like I said, this one is a splitter. However, it feels amazing. So, you gotta kind of play that give and take. So I do have a couple more like striped yarns that I may try and play with it and do. So thank you so much, first of all, for volunteering. And like I said, if you don't have the time, it's okay. I completely understand. I know that things happen and life gets in the way. I don't know if I told you this before, but I work for a safety company, and this whole COVID thing is like super crazy for us. Every time somebody farts, I gotta redo everybody's policies and procedures. So some days for me, it's like sun up to sundown, and it's cuckoo. So if it takes me a little bit of time to reply to an email, I apologize in advance. It's not you, it's me, and it's life. I don't know what to say. But so the other thing that I wanted to tell you was, I'm not like the tutorial girl, okay? We've already decided that. We've already figured that one out. So if there's a couple of people out there that are interested in actually making like a real tutorial, I don't mind that. If somebody would, let me know that they want to do it, and I can tell you, sure. I mean, I don't want there to be like 25 different tutorials out there, but I don't mind like when I come and say that we're doing it. Tristan just got home. I don't mind saying, so-and-so has a tutorial, or so-and-so's going to have a tutorial on their channel that you'll be able to follow, because it's probably going to be like a 5-minute tutorial, because usually, like easy peasy, right? Easy peasy pudding and pie. So I don't mind that, but please send me an email. Let's, conversate about it and figure it out. And I hope you have fun with it. I hope you love the texture as much as I do. And thank you. Thank you so much for your help, for your participation, and of course for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, what else was I going to tell you? I really want to show you some of this yarn that I'm doing. Oh, wait, you watched the video. So don't tell Natalie, because I'm not sending her this link, so she doesn't know. But Natalie's Closet is going to be who I'm doing the hand-dyed yarn swap with. And there's all kinds of goodies that I got for that. So let me see if, can I show you a couple? Do you mind? Okay, hang on. Some of these are so freaking sweet. Awesome. I don't know if I can get to them all. Okay, hang on there. Don't leave me yet. Okay. Oh, I know where I put it. Her box is over here. I'm looking over here in this pile, but there is a pile. Okay, there's one in particular, one thing I wanted to show you. I'll just show you. Well, I'll show you some of it. Okay, I got her some yarn. This is hand-dyed yarn from Cinnamon Stitches. I know. That's hard to get a hold of because as soon as she dyes it, it's freaking gone. So I just had to get in there. Okay, I got her some yarn from California. That is this, and this was hand-dyed in Fresno, which is like 2 hours away from me. I got her some yarn. Where's this one came from? I don't remember. There was a reason I got this. Well, besides how beautiful it is. I tried to like pick special things about each of the yarns. And look at this one. Is that gorgeous or what? This one is Southern Skeins. Uh-huh. I know, right? Oh, this one I think is like a Peru yarn. This is like a Peruvian yarn. Isn't that pretty? I don't know what this is, but look up close. Do you see those little bubbles? See how it makes like these little bubbles? This is my favorite kind of hand-dyed yarn. I like this better than the like ones that are smooth. So anytime I look for yarn, I try to look for those little bubbles. I'm sure it's like just the way that it's spun, but I love those. Okay, then I got her this one, and this is like a pink color. This is from a place on Etsy, and it's called the Adorned You, like E-U-E. The Adorned You. Okay, and then I got her this. This one isn't done because I actually have some like cupcake wrappers that I'm going to put these in. Look how cute this is. Isn't that cute? So it's like, they're mini skeins, but they ball them up, and then I'm going to stick them in like cupcake wrappers because this is like a cupcake, you know, box thing. And then Jordan painted the inside of her box that we're going to send it in. And then look at this stitch marker. This is a special stitch marker because here's mine. Okay, it's a thing. It's a reason, right? You guys know that I'm doing like all the Wonder Woman stuff. So here is my stitch marker. Do you see her? Look how cute she is. Little Wonder Woman. Okay, and you want to see Natalie's? Tell me this is not perfect. Oh, shit. Good thing it's not listed. Is that cute or what? Ah, I love it. And then she has this little cakey one too. And this is another place on Etsy, Vic's Knits. And what these are is they're actually like a button, like and she cuts the back of the button, like the part that you would, you know, use to sew it on your clothes. She like cuts that off and drills a little hole in the top to put the stitch marker in. But she has some really cute ones on her shop. And then I bought one other one, and it doesn't have an owner yet. So maybe if you think of somebody, I think even though the video's not listed, you can still write a comment below, or just email me. Tell me who we should send this one to, because I bought this one like with like intentions to send it to somebody. It's the Maleficent one. And then there's the little thing, but is that funny or what? So I'm not sure who we should send this one to, but we definitely should find somebody to send Maleficent to. I know. Okay, well, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for the day. Thank you so much for being supportive and for getting in on the shawl. Like I said, if you don't have time, I totally understand. Please, let's talk back and forth with email, and do give me a little bit of time to get back to you. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.